So the main thing that I want to cover in this video is independent and dependent variables. Now we're going to use this simulation here, which is investigating gravity. So we'll combine that with one of the topics I'm going to look at. But the main thing is independent and dependent variables. So what is an independent? Well, first of all, maybe let's just write that word down. What is a variable for a start? So variable is anything anything that can change or be changed. Okay, so with this experiment, with this simulation, what you can do is you got these two people and they're holding onto these big masses, and there seems to be an attractive force between the two of them. And I can play around with the masses and the forces change, and I can play around with the distance and the forces change. And so the things that are changing are these forces, and the things that I can change are my masses, mass 1 and mass 2, and also the distance. So the things that I can change are those, and the things that the things that I can change are the masses and the distance. So, but whenever we do an investigation, we want to only change one thing at a time, because we want to know, does one thing affect another? So we might have an investigation question, and it could be something like, does, or maybe not does, but perhaps how does the force, no, that's not what I want to say, let's try that again, how does the distance affect the force of gravity? Now you may know whether it goes up or down, but we can probably get more information than that. So how does the distance affect the force of gravity? Now the thing that is being affected, which is the force of gravity, that is what we call the dependent variable. That is a thing that is being affected. That is a thing that will change on its own. Okay, that is our dependent variable. Okay, the thing that is going to change is the dependent variable. The thing that we are going to change, in this case, we're going to change the distance. If we want to know how does the distance affect it, we want to get a range of different distances, and that will be our independent variable. Okay, that will be our independent variable. Now, there are other things which could affect it, maybe, and it certainly seems like when we change the masses, they also affect it. So we want to try to keep those things as the same, because if we change too many things at the same time, it'll be too difficult to identify what had what effect. So the things that we keep the same, the variables we keep the same, they, in this case, it's going to be the mass 1 and mass 2. And we are going to, and these ones are called the control variables. Okay? So the control variables, or sometimes the controlled variables. Not sure if I spelled that right. I think it's two L's. Anyway, so that's the that's what we're going to do to investigate that. So let's pause the video there and collect some results. So, well, maybe I can just explain how you would do this then. So we'll decide. Let's start off with 10 kilograms and 10 kilograms, and then we start off with a force. So what we'll do then is we'll get him at 0, and we'll get him at 10 centimeters. Well, it's difficult to really see the distance there, but it looks to me like that's 10 cent. That's 1 meter, and then 2 meters, and so on. Okay. So I want you just to collect those results, and we're going to fill them out into our table. Okay. Oh, it's not pausing properly. I'll pause. Actually, I'll just stop it there.